and better digging holes to other countries. All right then, so not labeled this one up, sorry, I'll label it up next time, but you pretty much know the RMP is going to be INNERFiRE, Desis, St. George and Cold. Not sure if it actually is St. George, it's, I can't remember who it was, but playing on St. George's character, so let's just ignore him for the moment, there is no priest. Other side is going to be SK Zanzibar, Fraki, Noonia and Moldran, so you're going to see Cleave versus RMP, classic Cleave as well, the one that's made quite a lot happen in tournaments, which is, we call it TSG. Whatever you want to name it, but this is definitely RMP. It's not PMR or MPR or whatever. It's RMP. Bang. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you reckon is going to take it?
It's hard to predict. They're both high caliber teams, and yeah, I kind of repeat me when it comes to this matchup, but it's all about the RMP stopping the TSG from stomping the priest. And we will see what they can
do. Right, we'll see if they can do that. And in comes, yeah, Priest already gets pulled in and he's trying to get away. We've already had a Frost Nova used, but Moldran's going to be the target here for Desis. And as you can see, dipping down to half HP, Hand of Sacrifice is used, and it is going to be Hunger for Blood Desis, so there's going to be a lot of damage out here. And this might catch him off guard for the first round, so we'll have to see. And there comes the evasion. Feint used as well, so maybe I didn't even see a Blade Storm come in, but maybe that's what it was. But they haven't still got back onto their target, which is the Priest. But Cold's taking a lot of damage, and Cold was the target. He's going to be into an Ice Block, out, but Hypothermia up. And Cold is like, please heal me. I really want to be healed. And I don't. And there we go. Finally, he gets healed up. So Cold going to have maybe a little bit better time. Desis still on to Moldran, and that's really going to slow down the damage. You can see Rupture up, and that will be ticking for a lot, and Moldran is hurting, and we got to watch the back end because that's where it's going to happen. There's a disarm onto Desis, and I do believe the back end was controlled for a little bit onto Fraki. He's actually he's already used his bubble, and he's going to have a tough time now. Here we go. This is shield block is up, but kidney is up as well, so that should be going through. There comes a dismantle. Poly goes on to Fraki. They're not removed yet. There comes the fear on top of it, and that fear also got Noonia as well. So obviously being unable to remove it, no trinket was available. And here on Ruins of Lordaeron, SK Zanzibar are named up now in the top lefty screen in the green flags. And I've got them on my friends list as well. Isn't that nice? You can really see who they are. Maybe I should do that to separate the nameplates. Right then, so currently following Fraki, the healer. Back end, just throwing some Dispels, Hand of Freedom as well, and it is going to be Cold that's the target. Deep Freeze onto Fraki. There comes a Hand of Sacrifice. Going to be pulling Cold back in, so still trying to maintain the damage onto Cold. And he's going to be on the back foot, trying to get away. And right now, with no healers really being pressured by the other one, you can see that Fraki over there got a lot of distance between him and the Priest, and that's going to be important. We'll have to see if anything's going to change in this instance, but still, the Rogue sits on the back of Moldran. Cold is going to be forced into an Ice Block. They're going to switch instantly to the healer for the split second. Cold almost comes out early there to kind of surprise, looking to get a poly off. I think it might have connected because I maybe saw a trinket just used over there. There comes a Divine Sacrifice as well, so damage at least being absorbed by Fraki. He's going to have to heal himself up though at the same time. There comes an improved counter spell onto Fraki and a Deep Freeze. Can they make something happen? Because they could actually switch over to Fraki and actually look, they've got him targeted here, but Cold is probably going to have to Ice Block again, and almost, I don't know if he pulled himself out of position, but he definitely wanted to go aggressive. Heals have not really come in yet. The healer for him, it's not St. George's, it's actually strangulated right now. This is really, really bad for INNERFiRE. SK Gaming definitely got more pace and momentum here. And maybe Ring of Valor was just a really bad map to play versus this setup as this, and it looks like they should be getting a kill. The healer going so low, Frostbolt's being channeled in, and surely he's going to go down. He's at 480 health, and he gets away somehow. And he's alive, and he penances up, and Cold is also alive, and he gets healed up. I've never seen such a close situation where everybody survived. And if Moldran goes down now, I do not know what they're going to do. There comes a Spell Reflect, and the Spell Reflect gets the kill onto Cold. And the Frostbolt is what's going to execute in Moldran. What a spell reflect there from SK Zanzibar. And what they looked like was almost taken away from in that round. Just came back, but we are going to have a cross kill as Moldran was going to go down. So we're going to have to see if they can do this. Rogue is obviously going to be playing, as we mentioned, Hunger for Blood. He was dipping low there. Now, Pet has been used for the healer of NEpo, who isn't St. George. And I don't know his name, so I'm really sorry. But at the same time, how much of that is that going to matter? This setup, you know, in 2v2 is probably quite a common one you'd see, but that's with cooldowns up and the Rogue having a lot of utility. And I think that maybe Noonia could play a little bit here with Desis, with Chains of Ice. And I mean, SK bringing that kill back with a great spell reflect, but unfortunately, you know, Moldran was really, really low, so good of them to pick up the kill. Desis taking a lot of damage here, and with St. George, sorry, the healer for NEpo is going to be low, and I did think it was going to go to SK, and they are going to take that victory. And anything you think they did in particular to kind of take the win in a fire? Did you think it's the map, free casting cold, or the ability to maneuver and also control Fraki? Because the kill came when they controlled Fraki, and you know, obviously those pillars are going to go down, and polys are going to be, you know, going through if Frost Novas are up, and also if Fear comes on the melee like it did last time, that poly is definitely going to go off. So maybe we'll watch for that, and we'll have to see if Fraki's going to be able to stay out of control. But it's really up to Noonia and Moldran to kind of stop the CC chain coming in the best they can. But how possible that is, we're not sure. Currently with Desis then as well, we are going to go live, and this is map 3, 1-1 scoreline. One of them will be going to the European Championships Grand Finals. One of them won't, and Moldran currently doesn't feel like he's going to the European Championships as he dips down to half HP. Sacred Shield on him. There comes the Gargoyle. Moldran still getting a little bit of damage, but healed up at least enough. But it's Cold who's really, really hurting right now, and Moldran is going to be put once again on the defense, and he's maybe going to have to use his Blade Storm soon to build up some pressure. We'll have to see. There comes a poly onto Noonia, and that's going to be taken off, and Cold is dipping low. He's playing really risky. There comes the Ice Block after the Blink. Now they're going to switch instantly and build some pressure onto the healer. I think a blind was almost just thrown, but Divine Sacrifice was up, so I'm not sure if that was the case. Hopefully for Desis it wasn't. And right now, NEpo are hurting badly. Fraki, though, has got to be careful. You can see he's over by the pillar. He needs to get these hills off. He's a couple of fake casts. He doesn't need to heal up his team just yet. He could probably wait for the Holy Shocks. And Cold getting pulled back in. Cold blinks away. He's looking for a poly. Who's it going to be on? There comes a deep freeze. Poly was onto one of the melees. It was Noonia, so Moldran could be taking damage, and in comes the bubble. And Fraki might have to, by the time this bubble wears off, as he got resisted on the Master Spell, he might have a pillar to hug. Moldran goes really low. There comes a Fear, stopping him from using his defensive cooldowns. How many defensive cooldowns has he got available? He's just used Disarm, and Disarm did hit Desis, but that's going to be wearing off very soon. Maybe he needs to get away, and he is going to try and get away. Spell Reflect was just used, but he will go down.